said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside the spot. So the UCLA Bruins offense will get the first swing of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The Bruins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They kick it away on fourth down. And they'll just down it right there. So James Madison's offense will go to work for the first time. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
A designed run for the quarterback. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Handoff to the single back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Finds a man on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge all week long. They knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least...
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Return.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Wants to throw on first down.
Reese, never a doubt. Are you kidding me? He had a 2-yard cushion there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And the Bruins send out the punt unit. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He gets a block. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pressure coming. Quickly complete. He's in open space downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, right
SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. And he showed off that stiff arm as he had a decent run. The Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Using his legs, it's Pryor. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Toppin. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Back to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. Punt is on its way. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Welsh. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the ground with the back.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll go to the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Bringing the heat. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And the Bruins will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first.
There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Dukes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Welch. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Back has it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. This is a designed run. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board. Back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. And the Dukes have it in scoring position on first and goal. The give to the back. Looking for the... Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bruins want to move quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Pryor. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. Linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Catch in the middle. It's Toppin. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Toppin. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Toppin. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Pryor. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Oh, better look out! They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Snagged in the middle. It's Welsh. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dukes are flying down the field. Finds his man in the middle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Dukes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads it left. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of points.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's got 98 yards rushing, and what a season he's putting together, well on his way to a 1,500-yard campaign. The Dukes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job on the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Bruins decide to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Give to the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Welch. And this one will be stopped for no gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Wants to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. He turns it loose to the left. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on second and goal. Back to pass. He'll throw it. Touchdown, Dukes! Fitted in the window for the score. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ruston for some time.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here's the handoff. Makes one man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick spin on the line. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. The Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. They're going to run it. Turning it on. He's at the 20. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have... impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. The give as they work on that clock. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
A strike downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
The Dukes will have it 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's #2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture, a running back in the Heisman Trophy.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quick strike complete.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football.
Hit as he throws. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. And he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He's got it on the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Here comes the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Bruins line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Still on his feet at the 40. There he goes. At the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
63, UCLA 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when